you doing today? I hope you're all feeling as good as I am. And I hope you remember the videos I've been having and banging my head against the wall trying to figure out why I was getting the spikes in my amp press traces on the computer program. And I was beating my head out. Is it the amp press? Is it the Short Action Customs Infinity APS die? Or is it my reloading processes, which I haven't changed the way I do things? I just could not figure it out. So 2 days ago, I spoke to Short Action Custom and I says, listen, let me try another die out, and this way I can nail it down to if it's the die or not. And they were going to do that. So the next day, I'm down here fooling around. I says, wait a minute. I got to figure this out. I can't see anything being wrong with the Short Action Customs die. And the amp press, I did the tests on. It comes with a test die that has a spring in it, and your trace should go straight across diagonally, straight, and every one was. So it wasn't the amp press, so that was leaving the die, and I just couldn't believe there was something wrong with the die. Well, it turns out there was nothing wrong with the die, but it was the die. A couple of months ago, I made a video on that die. Let me go get the die. So the die has the seating stem, and you turn it over. Well, no, this is the push rod. I'm sorry, that's the push rod. It has seating stems you can choose from, which is the best. And then if you take it apart, if you watch my video about this die, you'll see how to take it apart and put it back together. Well, it turns out when I made that video and I took it apart and I put it back together, like an idiot, I wasn't thinking or whatever, so I wiped everything off with a towel, a rag, some board brushes and everything, made sure it was clean as hell and put it back together. And since then I was thinking back, you know, it seems to be that this started ever since I did the video on this. So that day before I took it into Short Action Custom, I says, I'm taking this thing apart. I'm going to figure out what's going on. So I took it all apart. I unscrewed it, took the neck sleeve bushing out and everything, and I looked very closely at it, and it had very faint galling on it. And I'm like, it doesn't seem to have any resistance to it all when I push it in by hand and everything. So I had it all apart and I decided, all right. So I got my I think it's 4000 grit polishing compound, and I polished everything up, cleaned it off, wiped it off, and then I took some Milcom TW25B oil. It's a synthetic oil. It's really good. It's a really light oil. And I lightly coated everything inside and outside before I put it back in. Bingo! Spikes are gone. Spikes are gone, and I am so happy. Now, I don't know if it's because I wiped the oil off before. I'm thinking that's gotta be what it was, but I didn't notice any oil on there. But anyways, now I just have to remember just to drop a piece of oil down there on the sides so it runs through every once in a while. And that solved my problem. I am so happy about this. Now, there's nothing after this introduction. This introduction is the video. There'll be no clips or anything else, so somebody doesn't give me the same type of comment before. That's all this is about. So watch my video about this Infinity APS die, and it'll show you how to take it apart, how to put it back together, And I highly suggest that if you ever do that, if you need to change the internal sleeve for a bigger cartridge, which is why this is great, because it's modular, one die does it all, make sure you put a very thin coat, you know, and I suggest Milcom TW25B, I think it's called, using that oil. But that solved the problem that has been going on for a couple of months now, ever since I made that video about this Short Action Customs Infinity APS die. There is nothing wrong with the die. This one I can pretty much blame on myself because I didn't know better and now I do. So thank you very much, and I'm going to have a good rest of the day now, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you very much.